Yes.
I think I have to make somebody a host, just so I don't want to close, I want to make sure it doesn't close. So I'm gonna,
Yes.
so Arlie, you're the host, which simply means that when you close, when you leave, the room will close.
Okay. Okay, Deborah, before we begin, so good to see you.
I was gonna
Yeah.
come last Thursday, but I just got really tired then. So it's like, it's too much.
Yeah, I couldn't get into any of the rooms last week.
Oh,
So I just assumed that we weren't having anything. And then she sent out an email that said, so glad you guys are getting together. And I was like, Mer?
yeah.
Where? When?
Well, it's good to be
How?
here. I've been all during the times I've been thinking about everybody and doing my work as much as I could, but yeah. So
Yeah, well, I've been
I'm sorry for the
holding-
weird angle, but I'm in a recliner and I have a cushion, so, but I'm
Be
still not.
comfortable. Be comfortable. Please be comfortable. So, and don't worry about the view. We can look up your nose all day.
Did I trim those nose hairs?
Okay, so shall we snuggle in and get set and get going? So turn off your cameras if you wish, whatever makes you comfortable. And here we go. So get a sense of your physical body. Get a sense of the room that you're in, the place that you are sitting. Let your breath move in and out. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, feel all the tension leaving your body. And as this tension leaves, any noise in your mind also leaves. Any thoughts that stray into your mind, just move them off to the side. Let it go. Relax. We are gathered here in the sacred ground of sovereignty, cocooned in the 4 layers of guardianship circle, hazmat suit, red rock, and hitchhiker shield. As we are here together in this sacred space, we ask that our guides be here with us, all of our guides, those who have been with us since the beginning of our life journey, and those that have been added to our team as we've expanded. We invite them here as we meet, gather, and share. We know we are held here at this time in an intelligent field. Whatever bit of outsider parasitic energy comes, it is to be instantly neutralized. We are comfortable. We are safe. We are with our guides. And with that, our circle is set and open, and so it is. So let's put ourselves in the circle where we are, any qualities we'd like to bring, any people we'd like to bring. I'll start. I'm Arlie, still in New Zealand. It's a bright and lovely morning here. I want to bring 18 people, that old sick cat. Yeah, and I want to bring in the quality of joy of the morning. And I will pass to Deborah.
Thank you. I have to learn the controls on my iPad. It used to be on the computer. I'm Deborah. I'm in Sanford, North Carolina. It's a lovely day here. And I'll show you, do a quick see if it shows what's outside my window today.
Oh my God, look at the ceiling of your room. I can't see out your window because of the light, but I love your room.
Okay, well, it's a lake.
Oh,
It's shining off the lake and sparkling on, so you can see the sparkle on the lake. And I would like to bring in the quality of spring because it's wonderful spring here. And 12 people. Four situations plus the world. Ukraine, and also now that China is starting a campaign to support Russia and getting its students and government people to support Russia right now. And rah, rah, Russia campaign. So thank you. Angelique.
Thank you, Deborah. Well, first of all, I'd like to mail you for 2 days, but I couldn't find the email addresses anymore from nobody. So I couldn't email you. So I have been thinking of you all the time. I hope you have felt that too.
Thank you very much. I have. Thank you.
Yeah, I really was very curious how your what you call it, surgery had gone and how you were coming out of it and everything. So I was with you in my heart. So
I'm going to
yeah.
put my Gmail address in the chat, so you'll have at
Yeah.
least one address.
Yeah, yours I've got. Because we
Now you have it twice.
yeah, we exchanged some mail. So I had your mail, but I hadn't Deborah. So yeah, okay, well. So you put it in the mail, I guess.
Yeah,
Let's see. Where is it?
it's in chat. There's a button on the bottom of my screen that says chat, and if you go over there.
In my screen, it's on the right on top. Yeah, I have yours. Yes, definitely. So could you put it in chat, Deborah? You too. I guess she's doing that already.
Yeah.
Yay. mangish@gmail.com. Yeah.
Great.
Mangish, isn't it? Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I guess I can leave me on unmute for a while. It's only three of
Okay.
us.
Yeah, there's only 3 of us. We may as well
Okay.
stay on unmute. Angelique, could you place yourself in the circle, please?
Yes, sure, of course. Sorry for this interruption, but
Oh, not a problem.
yeah, I'm Angelique, of course I am, and I'm really happy to see both of you, and from the other side of the world, just on the opposite from Arlie, totally opposite. And I don't know where you live, Deborah, actually, so it's difficult to sometimes to connect.
I'm on the
because
east coast of the United States, and it's about halfway from like DC to Florida, a little bit less. Because you
okay,
have DC,
yeah.
then you have Virginia, then you have North Carolina.
Okay, yeah, then I have a picture of it. Thank you. So yeah, it's the weather here again is very gray. It used to be really, really sunny last week, and then all of a sudden we had snow and it was really cold. So totally opposite. And now it's gray and rainy, and it's also beautiful. So we are happy anyway. And the flowers are growing again, and the cold has been gone. So yeah, that's good. I put in 10 people. And yeah, 3 situations. Yeah, 3 situations, including the situation in the Ukraine and the US, everything what is going on over there and all those people. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any sick cats or anything.
Okay, so in our circle today, we have 40 people, that old sick cat. Oh, do you have a quality you'd like to bring?
Oh yeah, equality. Equality. Patience.
Okay, we
I
have
need,
joy of the morning, springtime, and patience. We have 7 situations and Ukraine and China and the trouble China's stirring up. So we ask that all those who are placed in the circle today to be especially held by their guides and given whatever it is that they need to reach their fullest healing, to reach that space in this life for highest good.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I say something?
Sure.
I'd also love to bring in my dear friend Suzanne, who is in a treatment of chemotherapy, and my neighbor who just have been on surgery and has lost one breast. So she needs lots of healing as well. So I put them into. So I have 12 people.
So they are now included in our circle. Their guides are aware of them.
Thank
They are
you.
being held especially for highest healing, for all good, and for the work that is done in this circle for all whom we love and that we are connected to. And so it is. Okay. Focus issues. There any particular focus issues that people are interested in today, or do you just want to see, where you're taken? And
I think I'm just gonna go with where I go.
that's how I feel too. I'm just gonna go. Is there anything that you wanted to bring, Angelique?
Well, I'm sort of blank.
Okay.
That's
Then
the feelings. I really don't know what will come, and I have nothing to share actually, especially.
Okay, then I guess that what we're all going to do is just go and see where we're taken. And I will call us back in, say, 10 minutes, and we can share. So turn your cameras off or do whatever it is you wish to do, and off we go. We want to start coming back and just turn on your camera when you're ready. And we'll know that you are here. All right, we're back. Welcome back. Does anyone want to tell us where they went and what happened? Okay, Deborah.
Well, Jesus showed up and we went back to a site in ancient Greece, and it was a temple. And who was Athena, the goddess of?
Isn't she
Who?
hunting, and she's kind of a warrioress? And
Who is that? Who?
Athena,
Ah, Athena.
one of the love goddesses, as well as a fighting and war goddess or something, maybe.
And so I think it was the temple for Athena. And I was thinking that she was like a goddess of war or warrior, but I wasn't quite sure. But anyway, so the message was, what I got from my thing was, you all have been fighting war, and this has been a war against the outsiders, against greed, domination, and this is like since the third world, you've been fighting war and against, and it's like, so you're good at it. And I was thinking about that even Friday watching the basketball tournaments, double NCAA, that we have to have a winner and a loser, and we're all used to fighting against and warring. And Jesus said to complete what we have to do is you have to get people to understand peace and what all of the gifts that you gain from peace, that and many times are very subtle. It's not the adrenaline filled rush of war or greed or domination and fight or flight and going against, but it's all those lovely things like holding a newborn baby and seeing the flowers grow and all those gentle things that have time when you're not fighting against something, that you can be creating with others to create something, whether it be music or art and stuff. And it's like, how do we get that across as a new substrate for people to fill in, since they're not going to have to be fighting against? I mean, I know that we're still fighting against still, but it's like you have to start focusing on what peace brings and all the richness and incredibleness of that a lot of the people, especially like teenagers and different people, like gaming, it's like, well, why would I want to sit down and paint? That's so boring. Or why would I want to go for a walk? That's so boring. And they're not used to seeing the beauty and the brilliance and the intersections of everything. So that was mine.
Leak.
Glasses. Okay. I was really starting feeling blank, and then came the expression is more nowhere land. I focus and my team stands with me immediately when I ask them to come. I see two angels and they are really big. Their energy is strong and I feel and see it surrounding them. I ask who they are, and I hear them answering in my head, we are angels of protection. And we have come to manifest to you that not only you are surrounded by the field of protection we embody, but we love to make you aware of the quality of this energy, and that many of us are on the planet Earth now. Many of these angels, these special angels, are on the planet Earth now. We are here to restore and help to bring back into balance, to bring the energies back into balance, and all which has been got out of track, lost track. Meaning this energetically. We take care of the colors, that these are harmonizing with the frequencies of celestial energies in order to rebalance the worlds in worlds. Amen.
To rebalance the worlds.
The worlds in worlds. That's what they said. Yeah. So they were beautiful. Yeah, really beautiful. Bluish, light, and huge. Like, like you were talking of a temple, and it felt like two of those really big, what is the word in English? Pillars. That's not what a temple is. What do you call them? Those really large, yeah,
Columns.
pillars. Yeah,
Pillars, column.
Thank you. Yeah, columns. Yeah, columns of light. Angel light. Yeah, beautiful. So beautiful message. This come out when you are blank. Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Angelique.
Yeah.
I also started out in blank and dark. And then I was shown a nuclear submarine, silent, deep. And it's, when you look at a map, it's in the upper right-hand corner up there by Russia, Ukraine, that part of the world. Moving into the rest of the world, though. Then I was taken to Chernobyl with its stirred up dust, where the Russians were digging trenches in the red forest, and all that radiation has been released that had been sequestered. They've stirred it all up. And I was shown that. Then I was shown microwave ovens, which are an entirely different thing. But they showed me a microwave oven. And then I was shown the radium girls. Way back in World War II, when watches with glowing numerals on them were discovered, the paint that was used to make those numbers was radioactive. And all the pilots and, well, anyway, watches that you could see in the dark were needed. So there were all of these women who worked in these factories hand painting these radioactive watch faces. And the factory owners, of course, didn't give a shit about their workers. So the girls had to conserve this paint. And so they used to keep their brushes in that ultrafine point, they used to lick them and then dip it in the paint and go back to painting. Well, of course, they got radiation poisoning and their faces literally rotted off, and it was horrible. And the factories denied any responsibility, and it was a horrible, terrible thing. So I was taken to the radium girls, and just the, tiny but consistent amount of radiation they were taking in every day. So I called on Gaia to bring her powers and to heal this. We've been told in several other classes that all of these guides and beings and powers are standing by waiting for us to call them in and direct them. So I called them in, and I was then shown, okay, so in my mind, I thought Gaia was going to take in this, the expectation I had was that Gaia was going to take in this energy, and that's not what happened. Instead, I was shown 3 Mile Island. Then I was shown the radiation from Fukushima that's flowing to the west coast of the United States, and how that radiation is coming in and affecting things. Then I was shown that the radiation is going into Mother Earth and her hard and flaming core, where I expected it to be transmuted or taken in or deactivated or something. That's not what happened. Gaia is holding all this radiation. And I was like, why? I had another vision about radiation a while back, and Mother Earth changed it and it became part of the cosmic compost. It became a completely different and good thing. This time it's being held around the fiery iron pressured core of the earth. And I was told the sun is going to need this radiation. She's holding it for the sun. I have no idea, but that's what I was told. And that's what I saw. Anybody have any ideas about what that could mean? Does anything come to anyone? Have I finally lost it? Lost the
No,
plot?
but what I see or what I hear you saying, your journey is to several places where radiation has been shown or is shown, still is shown. And yeah, it used to be unnoticed. Nobody knew that it was dangerous for health in the beginning. And but then, and I don't know, I mean, I hear you saying, but I cannot find the words, but I see it, that when it's needed for the Mother Earth, somehow it should have been always there, I guess. It's not something new. It's not something from now, from this age. What I got a feeling that it has just always been there, and it should have maybe had a purpose as well. And maybe that's what you saw, or that's what you got as an answer. I don't know, but why is it there? I mean, why has it always been there? So there must be another purpose. Maybe that we did something with it, that it changed the purpose, which changed the purpose. I guess, I don't know.
I have two thoughts. One is right now you could ask Mother Earth, why will the sun need it?
Yeah.
And you could do that right now.
Yes. Yeah.
What I'm getting is that there's going to be a loss. It's going to be a refueling the sun.
Okay.
Well,
Not, the sun
Um,
is going to transmute the toxicity for the planet.
And the other thing, when you were talking about the submarine off Russia and then Chernobyl, and I was thinking a couple things. One, was it a Russian sub, or are they sending their nuclear subs out around the world?
I
Two,
kind of got that feeling that it's an unknown thing, that it's silent, it's deep, it's secret. It's been launched and sent out. I don't know if Russia has nuclear subs. I don't know if we know
we
that
do,
Russia
we do.
has.
But is it, okay, is it a Russian nuclear, or is it I've gotten that the US has one that's sort of beyond nuclear, that's totally secret. So I
Hmm.
don't know which it is.
It was leaving Russia. Now, whether or not it's the US thing that has what it needed and it is now leaving, or whether it's a Russian
Okay,
sub leaving.
Okay, so it may be a Russian one being redeployed so that they're ready to shoot off, because most of the nuclear subs have missiles and stuff, so they may be setting to ratchet things up. And then the question I had about Chernobyl is, why were they digging in the dirt? Were they
The
stirring it up
Russian
to-
troops
Go ahead.
were setting up trenches, a defensive position, because Chernobyl is Ukrainian, and Russia at that time was taking over all of the nuclear power plants, including the defunct ones. And so they were setting up a defensive position to defend it. And these poor soldiers were just sent in there to, build trenches and do all the defensive crap that you do when you're invading a country. And I read in the newspaper that 7 busloads had been shipped of soldiers had been shipped to Belarus with severe radiation poisoning from that particular move.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, I just wasn't sure if they were trying to create a cloud of dust to do confusion about something, or if they were doing, so that's what it was. They were doing entrenchment and they were stupid. Okay, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their leaders didn't give a shit.
Okay,
I
so
mean, people know.
one of the things I see about all this is, if they're sending their Russian nuclear subs and repositioning them around the world, they're getting ready for a higher level of threat. And there's a whole lot more to this radiation stuff that needs to go deeper. Yeah. Into understanding. Cool.
Well, it seems one thing. This is what puzzles me all the time. I see it is like I see one thing and with lines all together to the same point, and it's all about radiation. So it can be an image from a planet, or what you call it, a ship in the cosmos, like everything is concentrated. You make a journey from different corners. That's what I see. All different corners, different periods, different time schedules as well. And they come all together in one thing for me. It's like everything comes back, cumulates.
Yep.
The energy cumulates. Yeah. That's how I see the image of the radiation and everything all together. Whether it has been in different times, not important. It's all about one thing. Yeah. It's a
But I get
message.
it's a big message about radiation that we need to.
Yeah.
I'm certainly paying attention to what you said.
And I'm paying attention to what Angelique said also, because she pointed out, using my own words, that these sorts of things that people are doing these days for entertainment and for everything else stimulate the amygdala, which is the flight and fright center. And people have become so used to being in a state of, smiling anticipation, like a roller coaster, or the scary sort of anticipation of, you open the basement door and there's the dark steps, and you and I know that there's the axe murderer in the basement, but the teenage girl is going to go down there anyway, sort of thing, and you become used to living at that particular level, and you forget how to enjoy a spring bloom, or, as Angelique said, holding a baby, or anything else. You need this higher level, this instead of this. And that's what you become used to. That's what what feels normal. Anything else feels not normal. The world needs to be talked down or talked calm.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
we
I
have-
kept getting, that we
Yeah.
have to get back to that. And like, especially like the kids from 9/11, just think all they've known is this kind of level. And these kids now in Ukraine and stuff, and we have to get back to this calmness. And one of the things I was impressed with is they were interviewing this man in Ukraine whose baby was born like 2 weeks before the war started. And he was singing a Beatles song to him and all. And this kid is not responding to the air raid sirens going off. And he's gotten used to them. But still, he was taking time to just totally be lovely with his son and bond with him and all. And one of the things that Ukrainian people that I've seen through all this is that they really understand taking care of your elderly and playing music and singing, and less of the video stuff, I think, than we have. But that we need to get back to what is peace, and we don't know what that is. We just really don't. And people go, oh, it's boring, but it's like, no, it's exciting. And just think what you can, what we can create from that place is so different than what we create from here.
Well, it's all about this only place within the heart. I mean, when we get back into the heart all the time,
right,
and start your day, you just lay your hands on your heart and press, that you can feel your heartbeat, and that's a moment that you immediately connect with the higher good, because then your thoughts disappear.
Yeah.
It's like a magnet, it's like you put your hands on the heart and then you suddenly are in this different environment. I mean, it works for me, so I guess it should be working for everybody. And I also think it's meant to be that way, that we far most connect with our hearts. We just forgot.
Yeah, it really does seem like there's totally different spaces, like different worlds that are head spaces. And that's one of the things that was pounded into us, violent word, but when I was taking classes in Native American skills for living with the earth. And we were learning how to move into this whole different world, which was a whole different headspace, so that we could look at an animal track and put our hand over it. And we could then see the animal in our minds and where it was looking and feel the animal. And suddenly you become aware of all this stuff around you because you've moved your headspace. And there was a special joy, a different kind of joy that comes with being in these other headspaces. And the video game joy, oh boy, I killed 40 soldiers and I now get the red plum or whatever the hell, is a hard tack sort of thing. Whereas this other joy is, I don't know, the very
You're connected
best
to the living universe.
Oh, so excellent. Yes. Great words.
It's natural. I mean, this is where we are made of. It's a natural thing that we connect with the Mother Earth and everything, which we do not see with our eyes, but which we can feel with everything. I mean, you shouldn't have only to feel with your hands. You can feel it in the energy. You can feel it in your aura already. So that's a normal thing, but we forgot it. Most of us here in this world which we are living in now, the children doesn't learn that in school. They just don't learn in school that we have an aura, that we have that you can feel already who you are when you put your hands like this. And I mean, I did that with my grandchildren. Just come with your hands and feel the energy, feel that the temperature is different. You can already learn it to them. But I guess we lost it. Most of us lost it, and we don't. I mean, the three of us who we are sitting here, we didn't lose it. But in general, I mean, also in the schools, I tried to introduce those things years ago already on the schools of my children. And teachers were scared. They really were scared. They were
Well, you
really,
try that in the United States and the fundamentalist Christians are going to get your license lifted. And
Yeah.
that's what will happen to you. So I
Yeah.
was just thinking, maybe one of the things the thing that I am going to bring to Laser Focus later in the week is bringing back the joy that comes when the amygdala is not stimulated. This opening up this whole other world that people do not look for
Mhm.
entertainment and for feeling okay. Yeah,
Right.
here,
And with the
Mac
new babies
cut
coming
out
in. Yeah, and with the
Yeah,
new
I'm
babies
about to
coming in.
disappear. My Mac is going to cut off. I just got a low battery
Okay.
warning and my plug is all the way
Oops.
out in the other room. So it's 9:54.
Arlie, thank you for being host.
It's been my
Thank
absolute
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Um,
Wonderful to be with you all. Really.
Good to
Love
be
it.
here. Love you both. Thank you so much for being here and for your insights, your wisdom, your journeys, and for sharing so openly. I love this group. I love you both.
Me too.
I love you. Thank you for hosting. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Deborah. Bye.